everyone, and welcome to your By the Book reading. So this is a message that's going to be delivered straight from the guidebooks of each respective deck that we use. And this is kind of like giving glory and shining a light on the decks, their creators, and the messages that they are able to offer the world, and just how many people that they can reach and resonate with at a time. So I do add my little 2 cents in at the end of each group and just note anything that I picked up on throughout the reading, any kind of like synchronicities or repeating themes, repeating colors, repeating numbers, things like that. I do touch on that at the end, but it's mostly all credit to the creators of these decks. So we have 3 groups to choose from. We have this lovely green colored kind of earthy stone. I say earthy because it's got a couple of like sort of more earthy tones through it as well. Group 2 have the, I just checked and I've already forgotten, hematoid quartz or something like that. It's actually quickly become a huge favorite of mine. I only got it a couple of weeks ago, but it's just stunning. I don't know if you can see the little like red and purple speckles. I don't know what word I'm trying to use right now, but yeah, I just absolutely adore it. And then we have the opalite for group 3. So take your time, feel which group you're most drawn to. It is possible to be drawn to more than one group, so watch both or all readings if you feel called to. But that's it from me. I'll see you over in your reading. Hi Group 1, welcome to your reading. If you've chosen Group 1, you were drawn to this lovely stone here. And today's messages are by the book messages. So we're shining a little light on the tarot decks and the guidebooks. So, you know, the creators of these beautiful pieces of works. And this is like a fun way of seeing how, you know, somebody else's creation and pre-written guidebook can really read you and your circumstances and give you great advice to help you through whatever you may be dealing with. And obviously this is for the highest good of all. That's the intention that's always in my heart when doing these readings, is that I'm here to help for the highest good of all. But without further ado, I'm going to go through and shuffle each of your cards. We're using several different decks today, and we're going to get one card from each of them and read from the book. So if you'd like to stay for the shuffle, feel free to continue watching, or feel free to fast forward ahead. I'll put a timestamp in the description box if you want to just sort of skip the shuffle and just start the reading. But yeah, let's get going. So this is for Group 1, and this is their by the book reading. So channeling the collective higher selves of Group 1. I don't know if I worded that right. I was like not really paying attention. I was focusing more on the shuffle. So channeling Group 1's collective of higher selves. What does Group 1's higher self wish to get through today? This first deck is the Soul Helper Oracle by Christine Arana Fader. Okay. This next deck is the Psychic Tarot for the Heart, and that's by Holland. What's quite interesting so far is that we have a card with a lot of green on it, and we have the green stone for this group, so that's quite interesting. What does group 1's higher self wish to say to group 1 today? This next deck is the Work Your Light Oracle, and it's by Rebecca Campbell. What does group 1's higher self wish to say to group 1 today? These are the Sacred Spirit reading cards by Anna Stark. What does group 1's higher self want to say to group 1 today? This one is the Crystal Grid Healing Cards, or Reading Cards. Let me just double check. Crystal Grid Reading Cards by Nicola McIntosh. What does group 1's higher self want to say to group 1 today? That we have, again, that beautiful green. We have green in here, we have green in here, we have green in here, even some of that green in this card as well, and that crystal. It just all seems very meant to be, which is exactly what we want for a reading like this. And then the final card we're going to get is from the the Sacred Self-Care Oracle by Jill Pyle. What is group 1's higher self calling for them to do at this time? Okay, so we're going to leave it face down for now, and we're going to reveal that one at the end, seeing as it did fall face down. But that's all of our cards, and so now stay tuned, because we are going to get each guidebook out and we are going to read these cards one by one and give you the by the book message. So beginning with number 13, Rise Above the Dark Days of Life. On the card it says, do not fight them, but have faith that the light will always return. So this message says, now you'll have to forgive me because the way that this is written, my neurodivergent brain struggles. I don't know if it's just me or if you guys would read it like me, but anyway, the start of this is written strangely to me, so just go with it, and then it starts to kind of flow. Okay, you have had your share of good and bad times. Night falls cool and grey, but day will dawn, bringing the sun and light, warm, soft, and healing on your skin. Do not struggle when there is nothing to struggle against. You are neither night nor day, but instead you rise serenely above both. You are neither darkness nor light. You simply absorb them and transform them into something new. There is nothing that the outside world can give you. The only things that matter are the light in your heart and the voice of your soul. Meditate in silence and without distraction from thoughts of anger, rage, or sadness. Rise above these feelings. You are not your rage or your anger, nor are you the sadness that tries to make you feel bad about yourself. You are always the person you decide to be, the person you want to be. This is always within your power. The warrior within you is a servant of the light and brings you centeredness and meditation. Your inner warrior light is the source of wisdom and stillness, bringing every weapon to bear to shatter the shadow of depression when its icy hands reach out for you. Connect powerfully with the resonance of your inner warrior. Do not reject it. This part of you is blessed with knowledge and is more familiar with peace than any other, precisely because it is this aspect of your personality that protects peace within you. Warriors rise calmly above all potential threats because they know fear. They know it so intimately that it no longer holds any fear for them. So the next card is the throat chakra over here, number 5. Located in the throat area, this chakra is associated with communication, sound, creativity, and the ability of clairaudience or inner hearing. Many artists, speakers, writers, singers, and others in the creative arts have active throat chakras. To activate this chakra, use your voice in some way. Sing, chant, hum, laugh, make some noise. Energizing this chakra helps you speak your truth in a clear and kind manner, improving your relationships and increasing your sense of well-being. The next card is Trust Your Path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? The universe is conspiring. Keep facing your true north. Your job is not to pave the path, but to simply keep facing your true north and take one step after another. If you can do this, you can't go wrong. The universe is conspiring. Don't waver or doubt. Use your heart as a compass and put one foot in front of the other. If you follow the invisible trail of what lights you up, you will light up the world without even trying. Most people don't follow the highest call of their soul because they are waiting to see the end destination before they take the first step. If you take one baby step each day, within 1 year, you will have taken 365 steps in your dedicated direction. If you want to write a book, write a page every day. If you want to change careers, do one thing every day in dedication to that. Before you know it, in just a year from now, you will turn back and look in awe at how far you have journeyed. Keep moving and open yourself up to a whole new level of support and receiving. Things are not going to work out the way you are planning, but if you have a little faith and keep showing up, they will work out even better than you could possibly imagine. Don't micromanage the universe. Trust your path and let your soul lead the way. An inquiry to self is, if you knew you would be supported no matter what would you do? Our next message is Ground Your Light, number 18. It says on there, let your soul shine. The method of grounding our energy bodies, auric fields, and consciousness is to solidify our being in the present. Through the grounding process, our emotional, physical, and spiritual bodies become unified, bringing balance and well-being to our soul and spirit. While this practice can be challenging, it is important for you to remember you are influenced energetically by your environment. Grounding anchors your energetic fields and connects you to your emotional body while being present and mindful within those moments. Strengthening your aura and emotional and physical body is the primary goal of mindfulness, as we feel everything that we experience through this energetic space. You are doing yourself a disservice if you refuse to honor your own shining light. Embrace the inner spark that sets you apart from everyone else. Claim and accept who you are as an individual so you can thrive in life. Embrace yourself with this new confidence. Currently, you may be feeling sluggish, unmotivated, and energetically flat. Your energy is distributed across different areas of interest, and therefore it is making you weaker. Pay close attention to how your body reacts around certain people, places, and situations. It is up to you to develop healthy personal and physical boundaries. Right now, you need to ground your own light. Come back to your heart space and center yourself in the present moment. Make yourself consciously aware of your breathing. Is it slow? Is it fast? Is it intermittent? Integrate your physical space, your physical body, with positive charge by grounding your new and current experiences with breath work. Bringing in new light energy through your crown and anchoring your sacred self through your earth chakras will assist the grounding process. More importantly, never give power to anyone to dim your light. You are a lighthouse and deserve to shine your light across the night. An affirmation for you is, I anchor and ground my divine light in my heart. I am free. Then we have over here number 14, deep healing with the crystals of azurite and malachite. Deep healing is occurring now or may need to happen. Many changes may be occurring in your life at this time. Azurite and malachite are known to bring very deep emotions to the surface. It is necessary to release these emotions for healing to occur. Holding on to emotion can take more energy than just letting go. It's like trying to hold a beach ball underwater. It takes a lot of energy to keep it down, as it will keep trying to rise. But once you let it go, the struggle ceases to exist. Just as you are going through these changes, so also is the earth. In the way that azurite and malachite can look like a satellite view of the earth, this card represents as above, so below, as within, so without. Allow yourself to release whatever has been buried and know that as you heal, so too does this healing occur around you. It is always good to use clearing exercises as well when you are experiencing deep release. Let it go from your body and aura and the space in which you live. Smudge your aura, use incense in your home, and open up all the windows to let it all go. Spring clean or sweep away all that has become stagnant. Once we let go of stagnant and unwanted energy, we make space for renewed energy. Let energy flow from you and into you. Open up to the exchange and allow yourself to become one with the flow that is continually happening around you. This will filter through every level of your being, and you will begin to understand how your external universe reflects your internal universe. Okay, and now we're going to reveal what your higher self is calling for you to do. And we have number 37, music. So we're going to read that from the book and see why that's important for you right now. Okay. Choose music that resonates with you and holds a positive vibration. Allow the rhythms, melodies, and lyrics to shift you toward your desired mood with ease and grace. Let the music move you, inspire you, and be a way for you to do the same for others. Share a motivating, uplifting song that you like with your friends, or play music that invigorates you and your team while you work. Whether you've always wanted to get up on stage for karaoke, start a band, or finally write down those lyrics floating through your head, there's a song inside you that's waiting to come out. There can be many expectations built up around expressing yourself through music, but don't let them hold you back from having fun or sharing your unique voice and message. Attend a concert or festival, make a playlist with just the right vibe, take up an instrument or join a singing circle. Just look for more ways to bring music into your life. Open your mind and your ears, and the music will move you in just the right direction. If you would like to dig deeper into this, there's a journal prompt, and you can answer the question, what do you think your choices in music say about you? So just to finish off these readings, I'm just going to put my little personal touch at the end and just, talk about the things that I've noticed. So if you didn't watch the shuffle, we spoke about how interesting it was that you guys have chosen the green crystal, and you got the green here, there's green in here, lots of green in here, lots of green in here. So the message of sort of grounding and healing and heart space comes through quite strongly with all of that green. I also want to point out that we have the number 5 for the throat chakra, and we have a 5 over here, because if you reduce 14, it's 1 plus 4 is 5. One of the guidebook messages were also on page 55, so all of those 5s are very significant. So whether you're seeing 555 around a lot lately as a little bit of a synchronicity from the universe, or maybe it's just representing the transitional or transformational period that you're in, going through a lot of change. I also noticed that music and the throat chakra are very tied together, and it seems like music will help you open up that throat chakra and kind of like get the energy moving. It seems like perhaps there's a blockage there or some stagnant energy there that needs to be released, and I think that music can definitely help you do that. But yeah, other than that, there was just a lot of messages about really grounding, connecting to your truth and following your truth, regardless of what that looks like. Just taking one small step each day towards making yourself feel joyful, feel happy, connecting to that spark, and that'll lead your way. I already had my throat's probably not at 100% health, but then as I did this reading, it's gotten worse as I went on. It got drier and drier and harder to get the messages out, and I think the energy of this group is kind of influencing mine as well, because it got a lot worse. So I definitely think that throat chakra area needs a lot of attention, and that can be you can do that in a lot of ways. So obviously music is important for you guys for one thing, but also speaking of music and then with the throat chakra, it feels like perhaps the throat chakra frequency, whatever that might be, I could probably Google it and tell you right now. What is the frequency for the throat chakra? 741 hertz is the throat chakra. So you could go onto YouTube and research 741 hertz frequency or meditation, and it should come up with some throat chakra sounds, and maybe the music associated with that throat chakra will definitely be a help, because if you combine those cards, that's like a very clear message. But also the color associated with the throat chakra is blue, so you could start wearing a lot of blue, put some blue bedding on your bed so that you're sleeping in the color blue. eating blue fruits and vegetables, if there are any blue vegetables. Not sure. All of that will help with the throat chakra. But yeah, that is your message for today, group 1. I hope you've enjoyed it and I hope it's resonated with you today. Don't forget to give it a little thumbs up if it has resonated and subscribe to the channel for future uploads. But until next time, stay safe and I'll speak to you again soon. Bye. Hi group 2, welcome to your by the book message. So this is a reading that's going to be taken from the guidebook to really shine a light on the deck and the guidebook creator and show you guys just how much, you know, a pre-made deck and a pre-written guidebook can really resonate with a whole collective of people and give super helpful advice for the highest good of all. So you've chosen this stunning crystal, which has become one of my favorites in my collection since I picked it up a couple of weeks ago. Already forgotten what it's called. I have a card somewhere. But that's what you've chosen for your reading, and we're going to get your cards out. You may have noticed it was sitting here in the last reading because I do like having it here. I love those colors, love that vibe. But just so that she's sticking out and obvious, we'll leave her there for now. So if you want to stick around for this part, you can, but you do not have to. Oops, one moment, dropping things already. Yeah, if you don't want to stick around for the shuffle, you don't have to. You can look at the description box in the timestamp and there'll be a little timestamp if you want to skip the shuffle. But yeah, I'm going to be getting out a few different cards from several decks, and we're going to read each of the messages from their corresponding book. And these messages are channeled from your higher self, group 2. So we're going to get through some really good messages. So for group 2, please, universe, what does group 2's higher self want to say to group 2 today? Not too many. We have number 27. A wonderful surprise is coming. Something entirely new awaits you. Whew, what an exciting first card. All right, now we're here. So if you are watching and if you're curious, that's the Soul Helper Oracle by Christine Arana Fader. That will all be listed in the description box today in honor of the fact that the reading is literally all about the cards and their book. Okay, so what does group 2's higher self wish to say to them today, please? What does group 2's higher self wish to say to group? Oh, this. Oh, just one card, please. So we have 27, then we have 7, and that's the card Move. Now from the Work Your Light Oracle cards by Rebecca Campbell. What does group 2's higher self wish to say to group 2 today? We have Trust the Niggle. Now from the Sacred Spirit reading cards, by Anna Stark. What does group 2's higher self want to say to group 2 today? Oh, okay. Number 4, awakened spirit, desire to change. From the Crystal Grid Healing Cards by Nicola McIntosh. What does group 2's higher self want to say to group 2 today? I just need one card, please. Don't do this to me. What does group 2's higher self want to say to group 2? It's a very bright, colourful card. And a final card, which, if it lands face down, we will reveal at the end. But if it comes face up, then we'll just get to it at the end. All right, what is group 2's higher self calling for them to do at the moment? Two again. Oh my God. That's like the 3rd or 4th time that it's tried to give me 2 cards. Try this way. One card. What is group 2's higher self calling for group 2 to do at this time? Are you having me on? Let's give it a couple more shuffles. Hold on a sec. Well, that was quick. So we will reveal that one at the end. But now that we have all of our cards out, we will begin reading our messages. All right, so starting with number 27 at the top of our pyramid. A wonderful surprise is coming. Something entirely new awaits you. Drawing this card heralds a surprise. Something completely new will appear on your soul path. It will take the form of a unique and magical opportunity, something more significant than it might at first appear, or an enchanting and uplifting encounter. This is an opportunity that should not be ignored. These are the moments that make our lives magical and worthwhile. Moments that carry the promise of adventure and a song of freedom. What could make life sweeter than a wonderful, joyful surprise? You have drawn this card at this time as there is a chance that you might otherwise miss the surprise, or even a risk that you might spoil it, which would be a great shame. Place this card, or a reminder, somewhere prominent nearby as a visual aid and daily reminder. Go out and meet with friends or co-workers. Do something with like-minded people and live your life in the near future like a child, carefree and playfully. Be silly, even a little bit irrational. The real surprises in life are those that are of true value and are best seen through the eyes of a child. The spirit animal of this card is the otter. Keep the otter with you as a power animal, and since otters love water, why not seek out some water too? Our next card is the card Move. Now is the time to be proactive regarding matters of the heart. If you're looking for a relationship, take the initiative to find one. Take advantage of the many ways to meet your soulmate. This card is all about action, action, action. If your current relationship is not moving in the direction you wish, do whatever is required to shift the direction. You're the master of your own destiny, and that includes your relationships. Don't wait for others to make the first move or set the tone of the relationship. Take charge. Creating and sustaining a good relationship requires discipline. It's not enough to be in a relationship, you must invest in it as well. Be present in and focus on the relationship. Give every relationship the opportunity and time that it needs and deserves to flourish and grow. Now is the time to focus on your needs and the needs of your partner. Make the effort to maintain healthy boundaries for yourself and to respect the boundaries of others. While rewarding relationships require effort, there must be a balanced effort from both partners. Perhaps it's time to examine your relationships. Are both people putting forth equal effort to make the relationship work? Are you comfortable with the amount of effort your relationships require of you? If any relationship feels draining or it's not worth the effort, then perhaps it's time to move on. Take charge of your relationships. And that's relationships of all kinds, guys, whether it's romantic, platonic, family, friends, whatever. Take it as it resonates for you. But then obviously for people that aren't in a connection, it's about being proactive in putting yourself out there to find, the right person. Our next card is Trust the Niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? That niggling feeling, that annoying niggling feeling, that inconvenient, annoying niggling feeling. Try as you might, it's there, and it ain't going anywhere. Most people spend years ignoring their niggling feelings, throwing their best dollops of stubbornness, ego, and post-rationalization to numb them out. It's exhausting, and until you face the niggle, life just throws you a bait. Oh my God, sorry guys. And until you face the niggle, life just throws you more bait to awaken it, to draw your attention to the light within you that is bursting to come out. The niggle is an arrow pointing to what is standing in your way. The relationship, the conversation, the decision, the shift that needs to be made, the stone in your shoe. Often we feel the niggling feeling in our body first. Many people think that intuition is something from the higher realms, but in fact it is the body that is the intuitive one, working through our senses to deliver vibrational information. It takes just a moment every day to scan your body to receive the intuitive intelligence and act on it quickly. You are being called to face the niggle now. If you don't face it, the universe will throw something much bigger and more obvious in your path. And then you will likely regret that you didn't answer the niggle in the first place. I know it's scary, but you are safe. Answer the niggle now. What is your niggling feeling trying to tell you? Our next card is number 4, Awakened Spirit, Desire to Change. I'm just going to have a quick sip of my tea. An awakened spirit is much like Alice in Wonderland. Once you have travelled down the rabbit hole, you can never go back to what you knew before. You become forever changed by your new experience. New information and experiences will change you at your very core. You become enlightened with sacred connection, resulting in physical, spiritual, and emotional changes. You may be feeling lost and confused about your life, relationships, family, or social connections, including your employment. This is a time when making meaningful experiences is a priority, as you can no longer fathom wasting time on greedy, materialistic, or ego-based principles. The question of why comes to the forefront of almost every experience as you search for meaning and validity for your soul's experience here on earth. Seeing through the industrial machine of society, you become more aware of people's unhappiness and lack of passion, ethics, and integrity. At this moment, understanding who you are, the real you, beyond what you have been conditioned to believe by societal norms, family, school, or institutions, becomes a dominant feature in your life. Right now, your spirit seeks freedom. Confined by restrictive interactions and outdated ideals, it's important to understand the connection between your physical body and spiritual self. This deep connection is the soul's expanding awareness into seeing a broader and bigger picture in life. Health challenges can occur now as you go through this phase of spiritual improvement. Growing impatient with materialistic people, social media and news programs continually highlight the world's imbalance of peace and harmony. Humanitarian efforts are supported now. Donating time, effort, and energy into a community program or group and implementing healthier and greener alternatives into your life will bring you new opportunities, creating a supportive, healthier lifestyle. An affirmation for you is, I am free to follow the call of my heart with purpose, with love, and with clarity. Your next card is number 23, Inspiration. Inspiration. It's time to light that spark and reach for the sky. It's time to be you. Be creative, find that inner child and run with it. Chrysanthemum stone is a brilliant stone to inspire and bring a little joy into your life. Coupled with golden calcite and quartz, meditating on this card with this combination of stones will help you clearly see what you need to do to achieve your dreams. Chrysanthemum stone looks like a burst of energy or the bloom of a flower. You may have been feeling a bit stuck or are taking life too seriously. Break free from the routine and discover new methods of getting away and doing things for you. Chrysanthemum stone asks you to help yourself find your childlike qualities. Looking at life through the eyes of a child means we view the world without stress, without limitations, and without restrictions. We realize how many more options there are that we were blind to. There are many more directions we can go if we allow ourselves to think outside the box. By asking for the wisdom of this stone to help you, you may get a spark of an idea or find help with starting a new project. You may want to do things with others and get away, or you may throw yourself into creative endeavors. Bring yourself into the present moment and ask yourself, what do I need in this moment? Whatever you choose, ask yourself this: am I doing what I love? It's time to be you and do what makes you feel alive. And what your soul or your higher self is calling for you to do at this time, we have 28, Intuition. So we're going to read that one now. Intuition is the insight that comes before thought and without thinking. It is an innate knowledge of what is in alignment with our highest good. It is the energy of the universe that directs us on our life path, nudging us toward the choices that will fuel our growth. Intuition resides within the heart and goes beyond logic or reason. Its messages are shared without judgment or a need to be defined. Reinforce intuition's essential role in maintaining your well-being and connection to the spiritual realm by listening to it and acting upon it regularly. Keep track of when you receive an intuitive message and how often it turns out to be right, either by making a mental note or writing it down. As you notice the trend of your intuition as a guiding force, you'll come to trust it more and more. If you'd like to go a little bit deeper, there's a journal prompt for you. Recall a time when you intuitively knew something was a bad idea, but ignored your intuition. How can you learn from this experience? All right, and so now just sort of my little 2 cents to throw in at the end, I suppose you'd say. It definitely feels like there's a lot of new things coming your way, or a lot of new opportunities or new energies. I think it's a very powerful time to, if you're single, to meet and connect with other people. And kind of like yellow is about the solar plexus, and we even go into yellow here. And we have a lot of yellow over here. So I feel like this is about sort of taking action. It kind of makes me think of like yang energy, like being confident and taking action and walking the walk, so to speak. There's definitely like, you know, your intuition's definitely your best guide at the moment. And I think that the more you can lean into it, it is going to lead you to this surprise. But there was definitely this message of like there being a risk that you might miss this surprise. So it's about getting out, being social, putting yourself in social situations to meet people. And that's whether you're single or not, because if you're not single, it's like maybe a partnership, like as in a business partnership or creative partnership, or like a group thing. We even have like representation of a few people here, like 3 people. So it could be more than one person that you're going to meet, but it's like you're going to meet significant people in your life, but you've got to meet them halfway. They're not just going to show up in your living room. Just trying to think if there was anything else. Not really. I think the messages from the book in this case kind of like covered everything. So yeah, I'm just going to kind of leave it there for you guys. I hope that you've enjoyed that and it's resonated for you. Excuse me. Until next time, stay safe, look after yourselves, and I'll chat to you again soon. Bye. Hi Group 3, welcome to your By the Book message. If you were drawn to Group 3, you've been drawn to the opalite, the only group that I've even remembered the name of the stone for. So we're going to pop her over there. And just a reminder, these are guidebook messages, so we're really sort of shining a light on the creators of these wonderful pieces of work, and just to show you guys how, you know, a pre-created deck and a pre-written guidebook can truly resonate with so many different people and bring through such helpful guidance for the highest good of all. So if you're interested in watching the shuffle, stick around. If you're not interested in seeing me shuffle the cards, you can jump ahead. There's a timestamp in the description box that will take you straight to where the reading starts. Otherwise, yeah, let's get into it. Group 3, what does their highest self want to tell them today? Group 3. Oh, the time for romance has come. See it as an opportunity for a radiant life. Well, Group 3. Interesting. All right, so what does Group 3's highest self wish to tell them today? All right, the crown chakra, number 7. Seeing a lot of 7s in all of the readings. Oh, so this was the Soul Helper Oracle by Christine Arana Fader. This is the Psychic Tarot for the Heart by John Holland. And now I'm moving into the Work Your Light Oracle by Rebecca Campbell. What does Group 3's higher self wish to talk to them about today? One card, please. Let's not do this again. Thank you. We have protection. Call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval. Now we're going into the Sacred Spirit reading cards. What does Group 3's higher self want to talk to them about today? Okay, we have number 11, Dark Night of the Soul. So we have an 11 and we have a 22. We have a lot of gold in those two cards too. And now the Crystal Grid healing cards. Reading cards, not healing cards, reading cards. What does Group 3's higher self want to talk about with them today? Prosperity, number 20. And then the Sacred Self-Care Oracle by Jill Pyle. Hopefully it'll fall face down and then we'll do a big reveal later. But if it doesn't, that's okay. All right, what is Group 3's higher self calling for them to do at this time? So one fell out singularly, so I won't look at I won't take the two that flipped over, that's what I'm trying to say, Jesus. All right, so yeah, here's all of our cards. Let's get into the messages. So starting with the top of our pyramid, number 22, the time for romance has come. See it as an opportunity for a more radiant life. What do you see when you look at the card? Let's give you guys a close up then, shall we? Do you see purity and innocence? Do you hear the soft, almost imperceptible whisper of the wind, or the gentle rustle of a dress as its hem glides over the ground? Can you smell the scent of the lush rose blossom? Do you hear the sweet bird song and see the golden light of the sun as it descends in the sky, at once saluting the day and bidding farewell to daylight? It has been far too long since you gave yourself to the romance of life. Your mind, your sensible side, is always fighting against it. Listen to your soul, which is letting you know that it is time to surrender. Become the queen of the roses, the king of the ivy, the colors of the rainbow. Clothe yourself in the light of the stars. To keep following the path of your soul, you must allow romance a firm place in your life. It will make you pause for a moment and show you the world through the eyes of a lover. Only then will you recognize its true colors and radiance. Only then will you be attractive to all that you want to attract. Then your innermost magic will unfold silently, like a scent of the rose that is both entrancing and healing. Make a conscious decision and act upon it. Day by day, you will see how your life becomes richer, more radiant, and easier. The next card is the Crown Chakra, number 7. The Crown Chakra is located at the top of the head and has been called the 1,000-petaled lotus, or the receiver of light. This chakra is the center of your link with the universe, the infinite, and your higher consciousness. It's the connection between wisdom and spiritual insight. The crown center is the area where ethereal light and energy are received and then dispersed throughout your aura for total well-being. To enhance this chakra, sit quietly and visualize a lotus bud on the top of your head. As the bud blossoms, see a shower of whitish violet sparkling light shining down from the universe onto the lotus, filling and nourishing it. When complete, simply let the vision fade. Expanding this chakra opens you to receiving the ultimate bliss, divine love. Take comfort in knowing that you are cherished. Interesting. Definitely seeing some similarities in the messages so far. Then in our third position, we have protection. You are being called to protect your energy and call back your power. May all the lost pieces return home now. Take a look at who and what drains your energy. Do not keep your tabs open. Shut down energetically each night. Energetic cords are formed between people, places, objects, and events, so it's important to keep checking in. Your energy and energetic space are sacred, so treat them as such. Keeping your energy clear takes work. As we go through life, we can give our power away, so it is important that we call it back by cutting energetic cords or doing a form of healing known as soul retrieval. Can you think of a traumatic event, relationship, or soul memory that you are being called to call back your power from? Check into your body now and see which chakra feels like it needs a bit of an energetic cleanup. Alright, our next message is for number 11, Dark Night of the Soul. The dark night of the soul is a deep-seated human experience that can be deeply traumatic, filled with sadness and melancholy. This is an incredibly trying time in the human experience, one filled with constant emotional turmoil, feelings of loss, instability, and darkness. Sometimes the most insignificant event can spiral an individual into a dark night experience. Like the straw that broke the camel's back, your soul has said enough is enough. It may seem as if the world may be ending, but just as night turns into day, it is a cycle of renewal. Now you are becoming more aware of the ego and how it comes into play with your emotions, your physical drive and motivation, and how others interact with you. You may feel as though you are clouded in darkness, feeling emotionally broken and helpless in your life, feeling alone and isolated, that the world is broken and lost. This lonely, dark space can be difficult to navigate if you only have a limited support network of close friends or family. Know that at any time you can reach out and talk to someone to shift through these challenges. Right now you may be experiencing feelings of deep depression, melancholy, and sadness, that a part of you has been lost to the world, never to be seen or heard from again. However, this is far from the truth. Nothing is ever truly lost. We just outgrow our own surroundings, environment, and personal interests. Like the Earth's cycle of the night, it is always darkest just before the dawn. Know that you will be emerging soon with a new lease on life and greater understanding of who you are as an individual. View this time now as a purification of the senses and spirit. You must face hidden memories, concerns, or stories that are lying beneath the surface if you wish to emerge enlightened, forever transformed by your experience. Stop and surrender to the universe. An affirmation for you is I accept and create positive actions through the cycle of change. And the next message is number 20, prosperity. Prosperity, fertility, and success. Any form of abundance or success starts with a state of mind, so pay attention to your thoughts. Are you thinking future abundance, which will continue to keep that abundance in the future? Or do your thoughts always turn to the lack of what you have in your life now, which creates more lack? Focus your thoughts on the now. What are you grateful for in this present moment, and what can you see that is abundant in your life? Be aware that abundance does not always come in a monetary form. When you start to feel and appreciate the abundance you have in your life at the present moment, that is the point you start to draw more abundance to you. Green garnet can help bring a wealth of finances and emotional, physical, or creative pursuits. Either way, it is an awesome card to pull. Green garnet also holds the qualities of red garnet, which is related to success in business. So if you don't have any green garnet on hand, you can either meditate with this card or wear or use red garnet. You could try using other green stones with your garnet and use it on a green cloth, or you could use a clear piece of quartz and ask for the green garnet healing energy to come through it and be with you for whatever reason you need it for. All right, and this is what your higher self is calling for you to do at this time. We have 54, watch a movie. And we'll go a little bit more in depth because there's going to be more to it than just watching any movie. There's going to be a purpose to it. So we'll have a quick read. Movies are a beautiful way to escape into fantasy, slip into another culture, or try on a different point of view. They can be the perfect indulgent when you need a time out, a perspective shift, or a deep belly laugh or good cry. Plan a night to watch a movie by yourself and journal about how it makes you feel. Treat yourself to a solo date night at the movie theatre if you like. You are worth it. You could even organise a themed movie night with a loved one or group and step out of reality and into a story together. A journal prompt, if you'd like to go a little deeper, is what is your favourite movie from childhood and how does it make you feel? So I have been finishing each group with sort of my little 2 cents to add at the end of things that I may have noticed or picked up on. And it really feels like, you know, the divine and the universe is trying to send you a lot of love, give you a lot of love, but also open you up to receiving more love in your life. Whether that's platonic love or romantic love. But we do have a specific message of romance. So it feels like a lot of you may be single and very closed off because you're traumatized or scarred from something that happened in the past. And it's like the universe wants to bring something wonderful through for you, like a soulmate type of partnership. But it feels like your energy is kind of doing this, like, no, you're maybe not safe enough to view love in that light yet, and you feel perhaps afraid that history is going to repeat itself. And it's like the universe wants you to renew your faith, to purge out those emotions and call your energy back, to start to call in more abundance. I feel like the universe wants your energy to be in a more sort of like prosperity consciousness. Like it doesn't want you to be feeling dark or depressed. It wants you to be emitting like a really prosperous frequency to attract all of this in, because until your frequency meets what the universe is trying to bring through, the universe can only do so much. You have to be willing to welcome it into your reality. And it feels like that starts with like a shift in your energy and a shift in your perspective. You know, renewing your faith in love and then also divine love. And then also your worthiness of attracting a good quality partner. Because it feels like you're kind of going through it at the moment, but then with like a shift in energy and a shift in perspective, I think that you can definitely welcome in something really promising. This card also makes me think of like almost cultivating or creating the energy of romance in your life. When I think of romance and I look at this card, although there's only one person, there's a lot around her that she can sort of take in and embrace that has like a romantic energy. Like she can smell these roses, she can hear this bird talking, she's in a really beautiful place that's really, you know, pleasing on the senses. So it's like by experiencing the sensuality in that moment, there's like a cultivation of romantic energy. And then obviously when we cultivate an energy, we attract it towards us. So that's where I'm going with that. And I think like that could even extend to your home, like surround yourself with nice fragrances and nice flowers and make it look nice and make it appealing so that you feel good, you know, when you're at home. And there's a lot that's soothing and nice on your senses. Give yourself a really pleasant sensory experience in your home. But yeah, that's the end of your message. I hope you've enjoyed it today, group 3. Thanks so much for watching. If you did enjoy it or it's helped, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. But until next time, stay safe and I'll chat to you again soon.